Hello fellow grognards, Al here again. 2 videos one day, but GW have responded to the leak and I thought it was worth covering, so here we go. They've done it through the Horace Hearsay website, and they're basically saying it's a fake. Obviously it's not, we know that. It's just GW trying this new, it's childish. It makes me worry about the heresy, and the miniatures actually make me worry a little bit more. But we'll go on and have a quick look. They're basically saying, is this a new box set? We're sceptical. How come the photos are so bad? Photographer, the Bigfoot guy called. He wants his camera back. I mean, did GW just leak this whole damn thing so it could be part of the website? Is it, games within games? Circles within circles, as Valrak would say. Don't worry, I'm not going to go all Valrak. I don't know. I do know that they seem to have better pictures than we had previously. Like, I can see things a lot better now and work out whether or not I really like them, which is, nice. I mean, GW would have access to the source, so that makes sense. So the Saturnine Dreadnought, I still quite like it. It doesn't quite look as heresy-like to me as I want it to. For the perception of taking those great big shoulder pads and doing something with them, I think it looks about as good as it could. I prefer it to something like the Telemon. I'm sorry, I just don't like the Telemon. It's grown on me a little bit, but overall, still not a fan. But yeah, they say this Dreadnought is clearly too big. Look at this thing. That's nuts. No way it's real. Clearly photoshopped by someone who doesn't know how big Dreadnoughts are supposed to be. Whatever. I mean, it looks like a real model. It doesn't look... It looks too detailed and expansive for it to be a fake. So yeah, I genuinely think this is real. No dice photo leak. We know that there's an 18 in D18 in a new box, but we don't see one here. It must be fake. As I said, you can see the little tokens and everything they've already put on there. The D18 thing was trolling. So here's the Saturnine Terminators, and I really don't like these. I have to say, I really don't like these in any way. It's the arms. They just... Why not just have those on the shoulder pads? If you're going to have these great big cannons, it looks stupid. It's not even like they're holding them. It's like they've put the arms in them like a Samus, Metroid cannon. You've got the Aquila here. That technically I don't think should be there. Yeah, I'm not feeling these. That doesn't look heresy, that plating there, which is obviously replicated up on the Dreadnought here. Yeah, I'm still not blown away. Maybe 360 will convince me. And then they put this thing here. Oh, we zoomed in on text. It's total gibberish. Small parts, really. If you've seen that Dreadnought, those are large parts. And the next bit looks like it's made in some crazy made up Xenos language you've never seen before. Edit that last part. It was French. Our bad. Yes, Anglo-Gaul relations improved there, I'm sure. And then you've got this, and it's not a bolter. Did you guys do any research? That's not what a bolt looks like. You can't just make up new guns, guys. Who are you, Mars? Well, you've made up a new Dreadnought, so why not GW? I will say that I like these. I don't like the gun. I think the gun looks terrible. It's called a disintegrator, and that can get in the sea. But the actual armour itself, I'm really quite liking these Mark IIs. I think they look good. Still would rather have Mark IV, or, Mark V, the actual heresy armour. But, Mark II looks all right. I would definitely add a few, even if I don't get the big box. And then, why can't we see inside the box? We have a theory. The box clearly states that it's not suitable for under 3s, but also recommended for age 12+, meaning there is an age range where you can hold the box but not open it. Therefore, this photo must be taken by a child aged 4 to 11. It's the only explanation. That might also account for the shoddy camera work. And then, is their previous bollocks and trollery that they've been doing. But they've responded. Obviously, this is the only way they are going to respond. I'm wondering if we might see something heresy Thursday. There was a reveal for next week for the Dallas Open. Apparently that has now been cancelled. And apparently it was cancelled before this leak happened. So I'm wondering if this is maybe just like GW, like these reveals obviously cost a bit of money. We can just do it this way, this weird marketing that they're doing. The old sort of like embracing the meme kind of thing. And while I'd rather, this particular Grumpy Grognard would rather that they just be a bunch of adults and just show us the damn thing, I can kind of see, what they're doing and why they might feel like they could only do it from this perspective for now. So, yeah, I mean, I think this is, it's one of two things. Either it's damage control, because the leak is real, or the leak has been engineered by GW just so they can put it on their hearsay website. Which of those things you think it's going to be, you know, is going to be up to you. I would say that the blurry photos probably aren't doing these models any favours, and the reaction has been very divided. Even on my last video, some people going, I hate these, and somebody going, I like these. You know, which is, you know, at the end of the day, these aesthetic things are subjective. But, yeah, I don't know. I'd rather they just literally just come out and just, you know, if you had a CGI trailer, drop it. We had that thing earlier on the Warhammer community where it said 399 hours as of this morning to a big reveal, something to do with the Raven Guard going back to Isfahan. But I suspect that that may well be video game related. There's obviously a lot going on. There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes, lots of moving of gears. But I don't know. For me personally, for somebody who is just a grumpy bast, as Matt would say, you know, a grognard, I just kind of wish they'd just get all this out of the way and just go, yeah, all right, here it is, look at it, you want it, it looks cool, rather than all this shadows and you know, kind of stuff. This isn't the way to make me want something. You know, give me proper 360s, let me see how things look. I mean, God, even I know this is like a Photoshop thing of the models, but they look way better there. I mean, he's got an actual fist, and he's got some kind of multi-melter, maybe? It's a bit like a multi-melter, which means there are different options for the Terminators at least, and maybe they'll look better. But are they in the box? Or have you got to buy the, you know, the separate box in order to make it up? One thing to say is that the Age of Darkness box did come with full kits, so potentially these aren't the only builds for these models, which is something at least, because I will say that with the fist, it does look a little bit better. But I'm still not overly keen on the Aquila being there, and I think some of the plating looks a bit weird. I'm guessing this is some kind of shield generator above here, because there's so much dead space above here, even beyond what Terminators would have. You only get 3 in a unit. I'm guessing they're going to be shielded. But yeah, that's GW's response. It's not what I want, but I mean, maybe just keep an eye on Horus Heresy Thursday. Next week was due to be revealed. That's been cancelled, so I guess they've binned that off. Maybe they'll show off the box this Thursday instead, in just a Warhammer community article that maybe we're putting together now. But let me know what you think, and as always, I'll be back soon. Me and Matt and Carl, ironically, last night did a massive video on the Horus Heresy, 3 hours long. Mostly talking about the heresy, but also some other bollocks afterwards. It was a great chat. A lot of that was speculation about the bloody box set and the new heresy, and now it seems utterly redundant. So I've got to make a decision as about whether I'm going to release it uncut or if I'm going to cut some stuff out, because there was still some good chat and insight there, particularly from Carl. So I'll make a decision over that in the next few days, because it's going to be some editing work anyway, and I'll catch you guys soon. Bye.